Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, gun smoke. Biggie Smoke for mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer. Motherfucker, say your prayers. Hail Mary.
Orochimaru being one of the very first villains, and honestly being one of the most iconic villains in the whole Naruto series as a whole, which is very debatable, but he was a very good villain to start off with, one of the very first iconic villains of the series, starting off in the Forest of Death. But people get the misconception that he's just weak as fuck, and well, that is semi-true to an extent. He's not weak in the sense that he just gets shit on by like fucking like Genin. He's weak in the sense that he was after Shippuden, he was just inside of a show full of fucking gods, alright, pulling out Susanoo and everything. So I'm here to just state some of his feats, state the facts, and state why Orochimaru is stronger than many of you think. And I'll get this right off the way. People have the misconception that just because Sasuke had beaten him, that instantly puts him under Sasuke tier, at least before Taka. That's not what happened. He was already weak, his body was rejecting him. It was already weak, and even Sasuke stated it himself. Alright? But being introduced in the Forest of Death, he instantly shat on Sasuke, at least before Sharingan. Keep in mind that even Sasuke's 2 Tomoe Sharingan isn't gonna do shit to Orochimaru. At the time, Sasuke's very first mission, he had already bodied 2 famous Chunin without a sweat. And at the time, before learning that he was a Sannin, we can already infer that Orochimaru is above Chunin level by just shitting on Sasuke like this. And keep in mind, Sasuke was a fucking prodigy, alright? One of the most skilled members of his class, at least for a Genin, alright? And after we learned that this man is a Sannin, we can already infer that Sannin are just Kage level, and this is supported by the fact that Orochimaru was able to defeat the Kaze Kage. Alright? And later is supported by the fact that he was able to beat Hiruzen, the 3rd Hokage, the legendary professor and the one who mastered all Leaf Jutsu. And a constant argument that can pop up, which is very valid at the time, is that he's old, that Hiruzen was old, and that he had gained those names while he was in his prime, you know? But even in his olden stage, Hiruzen was still the most powerful of the Kage at the time. Not the Hokage, as many people think, oh, he was just the strongest of the Kage. He was the strongest of, not the Hokage, but the strongest of the Kage. And yes, I do have evidence to back this up with the page that I'm showing you right now, which is directly from the manga. Alright? This instantly puts Hiruzen above Raikage, Mizukage, and previously mentioned Kazekage and the Tsuchikage, which we had later seen the Tsuchikage stop a giant meteor from Madara himself. Alright, this does not put Hiruzen at Madara level, because it took all of, Anoki's effort just to do that. But it's still something to, pull out that he was considered more strong than someone who can do that, alright? And I'm not saying that this means that Orochimaru can just body all 4 of those Kage at the same time. It's up for debate that he can, body all of them, alright? Not body, but just at least put up a fight where he can defeat them, alright? And another argument is that Hiruzen was holding back, and which I do believe, because he was just too sad that he had to, kill his 2 senseis, and then kill a previous student, and, repent for his mistake of not killing Orochimaru earlier. But you could also pull out the argument that Orochimaru was also holding back, alright? And he really didn't do any fighting during this. He just used Edo Tensei, but it's still an impressive feat, alright? Later in Shippuden, still without his arms were still sealed away. He couldn't use any of his jutsu. He was able to fight a 4-tails Naruto. He was at least able to hold him off, or at least play with him a bit, alright? He had also taken a tailed beast bomb, which Orochimaru survived. Alright, good to keep in mind that this wasn't a fully powered tailed beast bomb that we have later seen in Shippuden with the QB avatar, but it's still a tailed beast bomb, alright? Keep that in mind. He's able to at least semi-take a tailed beast bomb, alright? And Orochimaru also underestimated the tailed beast bomb because he thought that his defense that he had set up was going to be enough, but it really wasn't. Alright, they just went through those defenses, right? Another good thing to bring up is Orochimaru's not iconic, but just a common weapon that he had used, which was the snake sword, or some people might know as the long grass sword, which he had used to push a Four Tails Naruto into a fucking wall, bro. Alright, this was able to push Naruto, okay? And this is something that I think was anime only, but I still want to bring it up. It was later brought up that Enma had said, and remember, Enma, Hiruzen's summoning, Enma had later stated, even though I'm strong, the snake sword is still gonna harm me. And keep in mind, Enma was able to push back a full Nine Tails out of the village. So that's just a little feat for the sword itself, and since it's in Orochimaru's possession, alright? Again, Orochimaru managed to hold up Four Tails Naruto without any jutsu while his body was rejecting him. He's literally nerfed, alright? It's good to state that at the same time, the Four Tails had left Jiraiya near death, alright? And this is proven with what I'm showing you right now, so don't get pissed off, alright? Later on during the war, it's shown that he's able to blitz or catch Spiral Zetsu off guard and put a curse mark on him, basically. Swirly Zetsu, which is what I'm going to refer to him, or I guess you can just refer to him as Toby, if you want to. Swirly Zetsu was, with Yamato's body, was able to create a 100-hand statue, and was shown to give, at least Swirly Zetsu alone, is able to give a human speed and strength boost, and this is proven with Obito being able to get a giant boost from Swirly Zetsu, taking down in a whole just squadron of Anbu Black Ops from the Hidden Mist, the Blood Mist village. Alright, so it definitely gives you an amp. Alright, and this is proven with the photo that I'm showing you right now, where he literally blitzes him and just puts a curse mark on him, catching him off guard, and was able to immobilize Swirly Zetsu for at least a little bit, alright? After the war, Orochimaru doesn't really have any other feats that, at least to my knowledge, that are impressive enough to, like, say he's more powerful than this. But this is just to stop the misconception that he's at Sasuke level. He is not at Sasuke level. He's way, way more powerful than Sasuke at that time, alright? A good little video that I can bring up is, the Jiraiya versus Sasuke battle, where I think it was either Seth or Swag that said that Jiraiya would probably beat pre-Taka Sasuke, and we already know that Orochimaru is at least more powerful than Jiraiya. So stop the misconception and show you some of the feats that this man had pulled off during the war arc and during his entire life that instantly made him worthy of the Sani name and more, alright? He's easily Kage level, and if you want, you can put him above, semi-above Kage level, alright? But yeah, that's just a little, not debate, but just a little discussion I wanted to have about, because it's just very, very, like, annoying to see a bunch of people, oh, well, he's just Sasuke level, you know, Sasuke pre-Taka would probably just, like, body him, you know? Oh, Curse Mark would probably just, like, beat him, like, no, that's not true at all, alright? But yeah, that was just a little discussion I wanted to have, you guys. And if you would like to correct me if I'm wrong, please leave it in the comments. I would love to not really debate it, but just more learn something new from you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up and please subscribe. This has been Kratora. Thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like. Remember, share the video if you think it's useful to anybody else. I'm probably going to get discredited later because I am not a professional at bringing up feats. I've never done this before. This is my very first video. I am new to this. I just did this on a whim because I was bored. So don't come at me. I'm sorry. Alright? But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.